New York, 1998. One of the most terrifying unsolved media events in American history aired only once and was never recovered. Rumors still circulate about a TV broadcast that drove viewers mad, but what really happened that night? This is the story of the forgotten broadcast. A creepypasta written by user Mr. Tickle Monster. On the night of September 13th, 1998, Marcus Weller was working late as a technician at a local broadcasting station in New York City. It was just another ordinary day until 11:53 p.m. when strange interference began showing up on channel 26. He double-checked the transmitter. Everything was operating within range, and there were no scheduled programs airing that late. But then right before his eyes, he hit the red record button on his VCR and rushed to the control room to switch to channel 26. There in the dimly lit room was a man wearing a porcelain mask with holes drilled into its eye sockets, motionless. He was sitting behind a table cluttered with photos of children, candles, and hundreds of clocks. Marcus immediately contacted his boss, but before he could tell him what was happening, after 12 minutes, everything went back to normal. No one at the station knew how to turn off the mysterious broadcast. It was as if it had never happened. He quickly put together the pieces of the video recording he'd captured on the VCR. In the grainy black and white footage, a man sat silently behind a table covered with candles and clocks. Marcus recorded the entire event in its entirety. Then, after 12 minutes and 23 seconds, the camera panned away as if someone had turned the dial on a radio, leaving only a faint whisper of the previous program underneath the hiss. As soon as the sun rose, Marcus posted the security footage online, where it gained millions of views. Within hours, 11 people were eventually forced to be admitted after investigating the broadcast. The FCC concluded that nothing had interfered with the signal, though they couldn't explain why the master recordings were erased. But they did confirm something strange. Between 12:02 a.m. and 12:13 a.m., the channel's signal was boosted by an outside source, overriding their security system. So what exactly happened on that fateful night? Did an unknown party intentionally hack the broadcast, and why? With no evidence left behind, the case was closed. That was until a random college student named Riley was digging through the dark web for a school project on digital horror. According to Riley's roommate, she painted her walls black and covered her mirror with aluminum foil. Then, on the fourth night, she vanished, but her laptop was still playing the file. Years after the broadcast, the footage resurfaced online, uploaded by an anonymous account on a ghost-themed. Thousands of users flocked to see it. Reddit administrators received dozens of reports, and some alleged that the video had subliminal messages hidden within the frame. But after 2 days, the post vanished without a trace. Users who downloaded it claimed that when they watched it, their webcam would flicker every time the masked man moved. And others said their reflection didn't match their real-time movements. One terrified viewer wrote, "Every time I blink, the masked man gets closer." Before long, a grainy VHS tape labeled 1213 surfaced online, warning viewers that if they watched it alone, the masked man would come back. Not on their screen, but behind them. Those who watched it claimed their house's clocks stopped ticking, and if they checked their mirror, the masked man would be standing directly behind them. But maybe there's another explanation. In reality, maybe the man in the porcelain mask was just a deranged individual who rigged a signal booster to override the local channels. As for the mysterious broadcasts, explaining why nobody noticed the first time. But other details don't quite add up. Why were the recordings erased? Why did the clocks move in unison? And how did the broadcast gain enough power to override the security system, though there's no concrete proof? Many believe the broadcast was part of a CIA experiment known as MK Ultra, which used subliminal messaging to influence behavior. But critics say it's unlikely. There are even more far-fetched theories out there. Some claim the broadcast was a ghost trapped in frequency, while others think it was an alien transmission disguised as a television broadcast. But here's what we know for sure. On the night of September 13th, sending thousands of viewers to the hospital. Perhaps the scariest part of this whole ordeal isn't the mysterious broadcast itself, but the idea that somewhere out there in the vast expanse of the internet, the tape labeled 1213 is waiting to be discovered, promising a terrifying face-to-face encounter with the masked man. A V Club reporter, Kyle Ryan, analyzed the video and found something disturbing. According to his observations, the second hand on the clock behind the masked man moves backwards. To make matters worse, he also noted the man's left hand seems to have 4 fingers. However, in the blink of an eye, they disappear. Others have speculated that the images flashed on the screen are of actual victims of ritualistic abuse, and many have pointed out that the candles and clocks are symbols often associated with Satanism. Some have even suggested that the man in the porcelain mask is a demon. Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain, reminding us that some things are best. Urban legends and creepypastas have fascinated people for years. They allow us to explore the darkest corners of our imagination and confront the fears that keep us up at night. From ghosts to serial killers, these stories can take us to places we never want to go. But there's something undeniably thrilling about venturing into the unknown. That SYI. Encourage you to dive into the world of creepypastas and discover the chilling tales that await you there. You never know what horrors you might find lurking in the shadows. If you enjoyed this video, please show your support by liking the video and subscribing. Don't forget to share it with your friends for more creepy videos. Thanks for watching.